Hey, how's it going? This is Sam Costello. Today we're going to be doing the CIS321 AI tool tryout assignment. This is kind of just what we're looking at today and what we're looking for. So choose one of the above: recorded walkthrough, presentation slides, or other presentation medium like Canva or something else. We're doing the recorded walkthrough. We're going to be doing Chat GPT, just to kind of get like a brief overview of kind of how it works and how it can fit my career field. So I'm looking to go into the Army. I will hopefully commission in May of 2026 as an Army officer. I'm looking to go military intelligence or aviation. So we'll focus on the military intelligence part today to kind of see what ChatGPT can have to offer me. So quick assignment overview. Artificial intelligence tools are being used across industries to support writing, design, research, analysis, coding, decision making, and more. In this assignment, you will select and evaluate an AI-based tool or app that has relevance to your field of study or future profession. You'll try out, document your experience, and assess its usefulness and limitations in real-world contexts. So basically what this means for me, right, as an Army officer, I'm not going to be doing that much design. I'll be doing a little bit of research and analysis today. I won't do that much coding in my field. Decision making a little bit. But a lot of these are really situation specific, right? So we're going to focus on the writing today. As an Army officer, something you really focus on is a lot of writing, operation orders, situation reports, and so on and so forth. So we'll go over here to ChatGPT. As you can see, it's just ready to go. I have this pre-written plot. I haven't ran these through ChatGPT yet, so I don't know how it's going to respond. But let's take a look real quick. So this is the first one I have, and it says, you are an Army military intelligence officer in the Middle East. Gather hypothetical data over current positions, capabilities, and grid coordinates, and weaponry utilized by Al Qaeda, ISIS, and other terrorist organizations in the area of operations. Collapse it all into a 3 to 5 page S2, that's the position on staff, intelligence report regarding the situation and a current disposition relevant to the enemy forces. So friendly forces may create an elaborate attack to destroy the enemy. So we'll submit it, see what it says. Let's see how this goes. It'll be thinking. I've had a few experiences on here where it takes a while, but let's see how it goes. Sorry, I can't help provide real-world operational intelligence. Cool. 2 deliverables you can use immediately. A complete template, right? So this is kind of what we're looking for here. It's just kind of like the report template, or a fictional training only S2 report. So that's kind of what we're looking for. Let's see if it actually ended up giving it to us. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So it gave us one that we're good to use today, and then it gave us one that we can use if we're looking for something to use in the future. So intelligence summary from the 2nd Brigade situation. Yeah, this is kind of what we're looking for. This kind of details everything that's going on in the area that we would need to know about in the event that we wanted to create something. So recent activity and trends, intent and objectives, right? Threat assessment and courses of action, just the concept of it all. Intelligence gaps and collection priorities, friendly force protection, assessment and confidence. How can I continue to help? This isn't even part of the report. This is ChatGPT asking. So yeah, overall this is pretty good. This gives pretty much higher command in any given area of operation, just like a brief overview of like, hey, what type of situation am I walking into, right? What have they been up to recently? What are they meaning to do? And how deadly are they to us? So their most likely course of action is continued low to medium intensity harassment of security forces and economic coercion to raise funds, right? So they're not even really looking to kill a lot of people or provide a super dangerous environment to the United States or to local forces or governments. It's mostly just, harassment of security and forces, and then trying to raise funds and awareness of their capabilities. Vulnerabilities: both groups show reliance on contested smuggling lanes and local sympathizers for shelter and resupply. Right, so I've created a second prompt here of something that I personally will be doing almost guaranteed as soon as I commission to the Army. Right, this is called an operations order. So create a 5-paragraph op ord for an Army infantry platoon. I'm not looking to go infantry, but I will be supporting them directly. Create a highly detailed situation paragraph about operations in the Middle East using the information we've gathered above. Execution should be ready to brief with the squad, EPW. It's enemy prisoners of war. Basically, how are you gathering the prisoners? Aid and litter assignments, who's assigned to gather, the hurt and wounded. The demolition team, and gun teams clearly designated. This is for big guns like the M240 and so on. If possible, create a terrain model kit image over the hypothetical area of operations and area of interest, and then brief a clear sustainment paragraph and command signal paragraph. I know that whoever's reading this might not be too educated on pretty much Army standards and kind of what we look for here, but I guess all I can really say is take my word for it. If this is something that's up to par that we're really going to be looking for, it's going to be great. And if not, then, we're not going to see how it goes. This image generation request did not follow our content policy. Okay, interesting. So that's fine. It can't create a sample of that. That's fine. That's whatever. I thought about kind of proofing this before I came into it, but I feel like that could have taken away kind of from the legitimacy of it. Because, in the future, if I'm going to be using this, I'm going to run into these walls anyway. So I just deleted that whole paragraph or that sentence about the terrain model kit. So we'll go ahead and go around that, but that's good to know kind of what their capabilities are and what they are and are not intending to do. So we'll do that again, training on the off-board shell. So it's 5 paragraphs. The situation is the first one. Next is supposed to be the mission, right? The mission is supposed to be pretty short, just like 1 or 2 sentences. You'll say it twice, just that way they get, just that way they get a clear understanding of it. Mission, 1 sentence. Execution. This is kind of like the big, like, meat and potatoes of it. How are we looking to do this? So it's going to start with movement. Phase 2 is going to be the assault, and 3 should be reconsolidation. So generally it's 4 phases, not 3. The first one would be planning. Planning would not be done by now, so that's kind of an incorrection that we have here, but this is kind of pretty good, all things considered. So sustainment, right? How are our troops doing? Well, this is a very incomplete sustainment paragraph. Overall, I'd give this an F, just from the sustainment paragraph. It's supposed to be a whole lot longer. You're supposed to be looking a little bit more at CCPs, casualty collection points, a helicopter landing zone, ambulatory access point, so on and so forth, right? It doesn't have that much command and signal, right? It has the command, the signal. It does have the code words, that's good. Primary, alternate, emergency. There's supposed to be a contingency here, just kind of like a third, like, form of communication. Okay, now it's offering the TMK that we asked for last time. So I don't really know what that's about, but we'll ask for that anyway, kind of see what comes up. Let's go back over this in general. The situation is good. I mean, we already went over that above, so this is going to be the thickest one. The mission, first platoon attacks to seize objective Falcon no later than 0400 in order to remove extremist presence and enable host nation forces to reestablish governance in the Al-Sahara Basin, right? So this looks good, right? As far as the mission is concerned, this is pretty accurate to what an Army actual mission would sound like in a platoon attack. So that's very good. It's kind of surprising. Situation, it's okay. It might be missing a few things, but that's not a big deal. Execution, commander's intent, that's good. The concept of the operation, we already went over this. It's supposed to be 4 phases and not 3. That's okay. Task to subordinate units, this is perfect. This is basically what am I tasking all 4 of my subordinate squads to do. So first squad, assault and support, and then security. Generally, this there would be 4th squad, which is just like the weapon squad. So there will be 2 gun teams total. That's incorrect. Engineer team, that would lie within the assaulting element because they're going to need to be in the front. Coordinating instructions. Yeah, this goes over the EPW in litter. Demo team is listed right up here. Yeah, overall, this isn't bad. I can't complain about it. Sustainment's terrible. Command and signal, I'd give it like a C overall. It's missing a lot of stuff. This is kind of weird. Okay, so the TMK, this really isn't bad because it's on the computer. Normally this is like sticks and stones, but it's okay. So if you look at it, it's kind of a map, right? So you'll have the high ground up here. You'll have the gun team on top of the high ground. PL Viper, it's a phase line. I don't know what this is. I've never seen this before in my life. Platoon route of march. Okay, so kind of pretty rough because it's written in code and not an actual like a TMK or like an image or something. I prefer something AI generated, but that's not quite possible. Walks us through here kind of what the TMK is or what it's supposed to be. It's okay. Normally, it's just something that the commander would brief, but in, excuse me, the absence of a commander, that's not really possible. So we went over that. That's an okay op board. I'd give it maybe a 6 out of 10. If a soldier or subordinate officer were to read that off to me, I'd probably be able to tell the difference, but I'd also grill them because they're missing a lot of stuff, especially in these two paragraphs, right? These two are supposed to be right about as long as the situation paragraph, which, as you can see, is pretty gigantic. Overall, not terrible. I just probably won't use it myself just because I have better shells that I can do. All right, so our final prompts is this: create a hypothetical salute report to send to hire based on the information we designed to be used from above. So salute is an acronym, where all the letters will mean something. So size, activity, location, uniform, time, and equipment, right? So overall size, cool, 6 to 8 people. Cool activity, what are they up to? Occupying and fortifying structures on Objective Falcon. Location, fictional, yeah, Tango Bravo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uniform, mixed civilian clothing with dark headscarves and chest rigs, no matching insignia. What time is it? Cool. Yeah, so 7/16 and 7/18, November 25th. Sorry. November 25th. Drone activity specifically noted at 1917. Equipment, what type of weapons do they have? 4 AKs, 1 LMG, 249, whatever. 1 commercial quadricopter drone, pretty inexpensive. So pretty accurate as to the actual capabilities of a lot of these terrorist organizations in the Middle East. Overall, as far as the fictional scenario could have gone, I'm kind of impressed with this. As far as training, I would probably use something like, this massive order to give to my subordinates and be like, hey, all right, we have this massive order now, more information than you could ever process. Now go ahead and create me one of these op orders, right? So it'll go over, all 5 of these paragraphs and they'll create it on their own. I hope this didn't sound like a foreign language. This is, years of understanding and training to kind of understand this. But yeah, this is something I've been very passionate about, something I enjoy doing. Overall, this is good. I'm not sure that I'll end up using it as much as I think I will. But as far as writing orders is concerned, it does an okay job. If I completely forgot to, write an order and I have to issue something within the next 5 minutes, I might type a little prompt into ChatGPT and have it spit something out for me to present. But it's definitely not going to be something that I'm using every day. If I'm trying to brainstorm ideas as far as like, hey, what are some, alternate things I can use to kind of figure out how I want to attack this actual objective, right? Like, how do I want to figure this out? I might do that, but, I'm not doing that to actually create all of the things that I'm going to need to do in order to make sure that my platoon gets in and out safely. But yeah, that's kind of my assessment of it. I hope that this was somewhat understandable for you. But yeah, I'm grateful for this opportunity. I really enjoyed this class, kind of helped me explain myself a little bit more and understand kind of how I want to use a lot of these AI tools in the future. But yeah, thanks so much. God bless.